And welcome. Here we are for the Night of the Jumps live stream. We're outside the Hallenstadion here in Zurich, Switzerland. We've got Night of the Jumps. This weekend is the final round of the Freestyle of Nations. There are 3 teams who have battled all year. Team Czech, Team Spain, and the World Team. We've got some special guests for this event as well. We've got freestyle motocross, BMX mountain bike, and scooter, and they will be throwing down. We're going to go inside right now. The pit party is about to start. Let's see what the riders have got to say. See you there. All right, we've made it inside. It is now time for the pit party, and this is where we get to have all of the fans come down onto the floor inside the Hallenstadion. We've got all the ramps here in the background, so the fans get to check all of this out. Check out this mountain bike rolling, 10 meters high. I wouldn't even dare to walk up it, let alone to ride my BMX down it, or mountain bike, or scooter. We've also got the freestyle motocross ramps in here. We've got the landings behind. I got a lot of people walking behind me as well. But what we'll do is we'll check out one rider from each team. This is the Czech Republic right beside me. And one rider in particular sitting, I think, in 3rd position overall in the individual competition. Filip Podmol. Man, you ready to send it after that little injury you had on your leg a couple of days ago?
Yeah, definitely. I will do my best. Practice wasn't not too bad. I was thinking it's gonna be way worse, but yeah, I'm happy I did a practice. It hurts only sometimes in some special tricks. So yeah, so I'm happy I can ride. Yeah.
What would those special tricks be that it hurt on?
Like cliffhanger flips. Yeah, I can feel it at cliffhanger flips. It's like, yeah, that's the most hurting one.
Yeah. Do you think you would attempt the cliffhanger flip in your run tonight?
Yeah, I got it in my trick list, so I have to do it.
Oh, that's actually better. I like to hear that. And I can see on the side here, we've got Podmol brothers. Very quick one, Libor Podmol. He's back at Night of the Jumps, our former world champion with his brother Filip. Ready to throw down in Synchro tonight?
Yes, I'm looking forward. It's going to be a good show. Looks like a lot of people here tonight, so that's what we're looking forward.
Now, you were one of the first riders to ever do the cliffhanger flip. Your brother's now doing the cliffhanger flip. Are we going to see that in Synchro?
Oh, we didn't talk about it. No, he's injured. He said he's injured.
He just said he's got it on his bar pad. He's ready to do it.
I have it on my bar pad too, but no one likes that ramp on the left side for Synchro. But maybe next time, right?
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck tonight. And let's see if Czech Republic can win, because I forgot to mention, Czech. They've won 2 out of 4 events so far. Tonight is the 5th and final round. And if you guys win tonight, it's a clear win. Good luck. All right, let's keep this show rolling. So that's actually quite cool. Czech turned up in Berlin. I think it was the very first night. Filip Podmol, riding with Mat Rebeaud and Peter Pilat at that time. They rode so well, and they won on the very first night. The second night, Filip there with that injury, he actually ended up going for a double backflip. Huge crash. He somehow got out of it on the big airbag. So let's see tonight if Czech Republic can take the win. Whoa. I was just looking here at my man on the left. He knew if we made eye contact, he probably knew we were going to do some kind of interview. The local, not hometown, but it's your home country. Mat Rebeaud, you are back at Night of the Jumps. You won one of the championships, I think, in 2004, 6.
I win 2004, 2005, and 2006 was the first time that I was with the FIM World Championship. And pretty big story, and I get so many good memory with all the Night of the Jump crew. I'm super happy to be back here. And the story is, I did my first event with Night of the Jump 20 years ago in Salzburg.
Wow. And we were talking about this yesterday. That's the one where we saw that big Alvaro Delfara crash with, who was the other rider?
Zurich Switzerland, the American guys. And in 20 years, so many good memories, so many crazy moments, so many crazy crowd. And yeah, that's just, that's big story. And for me now, I'm 41 years old. I quite stopped the competition, but more focused on project and new stuff. But so happy to be back here, and I'm very excited to feel the atmosphere of the crowd and to just have fun on ride Night of the Jump.
Hell yeah, man. Well, actually, you created history here 4 years ago, 2019, we were in Zurich, and you were the first rider ever to do any kind of electric motorbike competition. Tonight, you return with the first ever Stark Varg in freestyle motocross competition, at least in Europe. I think Sheeny did X Games best trick, not the full run, but this is going to be a full run on the Stark Varg. How does this bike feel?
The bike, it's amazing, so powerful, feels super light, and so much fun to ride. You know, it's of course I'm the first one on Night of the Jump, but the first but not the last.
Man, you know what? I love when people say it's the future, but right now it's the present. You're doing it right now. We're going to see you send it in this competition. Good luck tonight on the world team.
Yeah, no, world team. I got two very good mates, and I will just try to hold my best. I think I'm the only one who don't do the double backflip, but but I will try to do a clear run.
Clear run sounds good. Thank you very much. Good luck tonight. All right, let's keep this moving along. I wasn't going to take 2 riders from each team, but because Luc is actually sitting at the top of the individual leaderboard, I'll grab you for a quick second. You are clearly winning. You've won every event this year so far, 80 points, and you've just flown in full rock star on the helicopter. You were just doing the Red Bull Nürburgring show only an hour or 2 ago. Are you ready to throw down tonight?
Yeah, you know, it's been a quite busy day. I've been to the Formula 1 Nürburgring from Red Bull, and we've done a show this lunchtime, so it was kind of tight to get here, but I just got a practice in, and feels great to ride here. I've done all my tricks, and I feel ready for tonight for sure.
Awesome, man. That's what I love to hear. Like, you're always ready to go. We've got the fans here. They're coming around getting autographs. You're on top of the leaderboard. Good luck this weekend. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. I'm still going to send it.
Hell yeah. Oh, I love that. All right. I didn't want to keep him too long. I know he's had a very long day. We've got Harry Bink there in the background. The fans love him. And let's find the team captain. I think he's the team captain this time, Mat Rebeaud. As always, Mat Rebeaud from Team Spain. Now, Spain has won one event. The world team has one, and Czech, they've got 2 up their belt. What do you think it's going to take tonight to win? Do you think it'll be those disciplines like best whip and synchro? Is that where Spain is probably the strongest, do you think?
Well, in Mannheim, we were pretty low in synchro, so I think today we're going to try to improve there because it gives a lot of points to be actually in the first position. So we're going to try to make something different with Pedro, and let's see if we make the first place.
Actually, that's a good point. Pedro Marino, I think the first time he's ever done Freestyle of Nations, I think he's only done Night of the Jumps once before. Has he said, how is he feeling today with training so far?
Yeah, he said that it's a bit strange because everything looks perfect and sometimes in Spanish bull rings can be a bit difficult, but he's feeling super good and he was doing a good practice, so I think he will do a clean round and that's also good here.
And do you ride quite well with him in synchro, do you think?
Yeah, gonna be good, yeah.
Awesome, man. Good luck. Let's see if we got a Spanish win for tonight, and then it's going to come down to a points decision if that were to happen. So if the world team or the Spanish team were to win, wow, we will then have 2 to the Czech and either 2 to the world or 2 to Team Spain. This could actually get very, very interesting coming at the end of the night. And before we leave, let's see if we can find, actually we do have another local Swiss mountain bike rider, Lucas Huppert. Back again, buddy. Lucas, you have been one busy man this year, and we're so glad to see you here at Night of the Jumps again. We had you in Basel last year, I think it was. 2 years ago. 2 years ago already. Man, after this year, riding all those massive events, how are you feeling right now?
Man, I'm feeling amazing. Yeah, grateful to be here, that you guys are having me here. And yeah, first time for me performing in the stadium arena. Because normally, I don't know, as a child I've been watching a stadium, like whatever, other shows or like concerts and stuff, and now I'm performing here. So yeah, it's gonna be a good show for sure.
Did you manage to bring like your mum and family and friends and everybody all around to come watch this one?
A few ones, but sadly my parents are busy this weekend. But they watched Basel and they loved it.
Awesome, man.
Next year again, 100%. Next year, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, we can fluff this up pretty well with the microphone, man. What is probably going to be your biggest trick tonight? Like, what should we keep our eyes open on?
I got a few things in mind. Really depends, but definitely with the crowd, I'll be fired up. So thinking about like a front flip variation I never have done eventually, but yeah, if the crowd is fired up, I get fired up. So cheer for us.
Ah, man, I mean, you can hear this crowd. Like, it's going to be so damn loud, so you'll know when they're ready to go, you'll be ready to go.
100%, 100%.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much, Lucas. Good luck tonight. Right. I think that's probably about it. So we're going to go into the, I don't know, into the dark. Let's get the show started. I want to see what's going to go down. We've got, like I said, Team Czech. They're winning right now with 2 wins. The world and the Spanish team, 1 win apiece. If either of those 2 teams win tonight, it will then be on a points breakdown. Luc Ackermann before, he's sitting clean at 80 points. He has won every event, but Maikel Melero could actually catch him tonight. But a lot of things would have to happen for that to go down. Anyway, stay tuned. We've got one hell of a night of competition coming up. See you soon. Well, here we are for the 5th and final round of Night of the Jumps in 2023 for the Freestyle of Nations. We've still got a few little bits of fire getting around this arena right now with the Psycho Dolls. And Andy Brevi rocking out into the middle of the arena here in the Hallenstadion in Zurich, Switzerland. We have seen an awesome training session already today with some of the best riders. We've actually had, we've had a couple of rock stars turn up a little bit late. We'll talk about that shortly. But what will this competition be tonight? This will be the final of the Freestyle of Nations. We've got the world team versus Team Spain and the Czech Republic, and Czechs are in the lead right now. If you've only just tuned in and you missed the start, the intro where we went for a little walk around meeting the riders before the start of the show, Czech Republic are in the lead with 2 wins out of 4 so far. Spain with 1 and the world with 1. We've got a big security man right in front of me. We've got security here. He's giving me a bit of a stare down. I think I'm in the right place, although I am standing awfully close to the fireworks. Actually, I can see myself in that screen. I don't know where the camera is, but I can see Andy Brevi's right behind me. I've got the pyro guys just clearing everything out so I don't singe my eyebrows off. Right, so we've got the Freestyle of Nations. This event is all about bringing 3 riders from each of those countries or regions to compete together, and we've got a whole bunch of disciplines: best whip, best trick, and synchro as well, and each rider from each team will do their own freestyle run. 90 seconds, where we'll see their 7 best tricks counted, plus the 1 double up. They could do 20 jumps in 90 seconds. Well, they're not going to, they're not that fast. But if they were to get 9 jumps or 10 jumps in, only the best 7 jumps out of those will be counted. So if you've made a mistake in the run, you can actually, well, you can drop off a couple of the low scores. And that's quite helpful sometimes if you're a little bit nervous or you've almost had a crash and you want to send it on the next one, you can do it. And riding for the teams tonight here in the Czech team, we've got Libor Podmol, our former world champion. Filip Podmol, his younger brother, who's now taking over the world. And the 3rd rider is Mat Rebeaud. So there's a lot of talent in that Czech team, especially considering they are leading right now. Coming into this event, Team Spain, we've got Maikel, Melero, Podmol, and for the very first time, Pedro Marino for Team Spain competing this weekend. And I was talking with Pedro a little bit earlier, and he said, oh, wow, this competition seems so easy compared to the events he was doing in Spain, where those small bullfighting arenas are very difficult to get in and get those shows done. Whereas we've got a lot more room here, a lot more ramps, and he was so excited to get stuck into this competition tonight. And for the world team, we've got Luc Ackermann, the world champion, the current, well, the reigning world champion. We have Mat Rebeaud, the Swiss legend for his home country competition. He was actually the very first world champion at Night of the Jumps in 2006. And the last rider for the world team will be Bink, one of 3 riders to do the triple backflip. All right, the riders coming out now. Looks like we've got Team Spain first, led by the 5-time world champion, consecutive world champion, Maikel Melero, riding on this KTM 450. There we go. Marc Pignol on the Honda 450 behind him. And Pedro Marino on the Fantic. So only the 2nd rider to be at Night of the Jumps on the Fantic. We had Brice Izzo before him, and that Fantic sounded so good. It is not a Yamaha, it is a beefed up version with all the best parts added onto it. So 2 4-strokes and then the 2-stroke there with Pedro Merino. Now this Spanish team could be the deal breaker for Czech Republic. Maikel, Melero, Mat Rebeaud, they ride pretty often together, but all these 3 riders are doing shows all around Spain all the time. There's so many competitions, so many shows, and I have a feeling they will ride very well together. I'm looking into the middle, actually. I've got Andy Brevy just eyeing me up. So Andy Brevy, he is our man in the middle. He is our BMX mountain bike and scooter expert. Well, I think you'd probably prefer if I said he's the mountain bike expert. And for Team Czech Republic, rolling out here on what appears to be a Suzuki. No, that is a yellow KTM. Mat Rebeaud, who had absolutely no training. He's just arrived here on a helicopter. This is the rock star part that I was talking about coming into this event. Mat Rebeaud and Luc Ackermann were just at Nürburgring only 3 hours ago. They jumped on a helicopter and flew on down here to Zurich. Luc Ackermann managed to get a little bit of training. Mat unfortunately had a problem with his clutch, so he has had 0 training. And he will go into this competition absolutely not warmed up at all. Sounds very stupid, but he said he's ready to go. I spoke to him in the break, or just before we started, and he said he's ready. He doesn't care. He is ready to send it tonight. So Team Czech Republic, 2 wins right now. They're in the lead. And with the Podmol brothers going into that synchro competition, they do all the same tricks together. They've ridden together. They may be the best synchro team I think we're going to see here tonight. But that could be all thrown out by this world team about to roll out with the man from Switzerland, Mat Rebeaud, on the brand new Stark Varg. This is the all-new electric bike, and if you know your history, the very first time that anybody ever did a freestyle motocross competition was actually this man in 2019 inside this exact same arena. That was on the old Alta Motors. He is now on the Stark Varg. Luc Ackermann behind him on the KTM 450. And Harry Bink is rolling around here on the Gas 450. One of the legends of freestyle motocross. Giving us a little bit of a version of the prawn before he tries to run into the fireworks. That would be a great way to start the show, with fireworks going off in all kinds of directions. So there you go. That is the 9 riders who will be competing tonight. Team Czech, Team Spain, and the world team. Very different styles from each of these riders. Let's see how they work together to try and put together the points to take the win. We also have the mountain bike, BMX, and scooter riders, and one of those riders, 1 rider per team, will join. So coming into, I think, let's have a look down the list here. It will be in the second mountain bike show. They'll have a qualification, and then the captains of each of these teams, which is Libor Podmol for Czech Republic, Mat Rebeaud for Spain, and Mat Rebeaud for the world team. They will choose their favorite rider to join their team. All the points count and go towards the overall for the team. But as we roll in, Matti Pekarek on the scooter with a huge, wow, looked like a heart attack to me. All right, looked like Jimmy Brandt there, the new rider on the course. Mike Boom on the mountain bike, nice no-hander. This is a much better way to get the intros going. Of course, it's a little bit more difficult for the FMX guys just to roll in and do what they like. But as the guys go to the top, the next group, we can only fit so many at the top of that roll in. That's Anna Rebeaud, Sana, on top of that rolling. And we'll wait for her to hit the jump. She almost had a bit of an issue this morning in training. I saw she parked that mountain bike on top of the ramp. A very last-minute decision was to actually just stop because she didn't have the speed and she ended up parking it on top. And I definitely can't say anything too bad because I did the exact same thing at a show in Germany. I thought I was in second gear, I was in first, and I also locked it up and parked my KTM on top of the ramp. Only took a lot more people to get it off. All right, here we go. Mat Rebeaud making her way over here as well for her introduction jump. Riding for Red Bull Spect here in Zurich. Now we've got a few more riders on top. Who have we got? From the Czech Republic, it looks like we're going to see Richard Zelinka on the scooter. Coming in with a lot more speed. I don't know, about 4,000 tail whips on that. No brakes, and he has to run that one out before he hits the wall. Now it looks like we've got from Germany, Maikel Riekeberg. A little bit of a Harry Bink prawn on that one. Also from Germany, from Berlin, on the BMX, Leon Binkerbank. And we've got one more rider. He is the local legend from Switzerland. He has been riding just about every major event this year in the world of mountain bikes. And while Andy pumps him up just a little bit more in the middle of this arena, we will see Lucas Huppert there send it tonight here in Switzerland. He is the hometown kid, so we do have two hometowners, Mat Rebeaud and Lucas Huppert. Now tonight, unfortunately, if you are watching on YouTube, what we've done in the past is we've had the YouTube live chat. Unfortunately tonight it hasn't materialized. We couldn't get the link through onto this connection, unfortunately, but I will try. Yeah, Luc Ackermann here trying to knock my headphones off me as he rides past. I will try and keep my eye on your comments tonight, even though we don't have them popping up on the channel. And as the guys roll off, I'm going to just open up my YouTube here and see what is going on. See who's in and see who's commenting. Because, man, it's been pretty damn fun. Every event so far this year. So what we're going to do, we'll bring out the first group of riders. Each nation will send out their first rider to compete. First round. So for Team Spain, we'll see Pedro Marino. Czech Republic will be Libor Podmol. And for the world team will be the local Mat Rebeaud. First rider up will be Pedro from Spain. And this is going to be interesting. Like I said, we haven't seen Pedro at Night of the Jumps in many, many years. And the very first time that he's actually joined Team Spain in this Freestyle of Nations competition series. So the points that he gathers on this very opening run will go towards the overall for the teams. We have two competitions going on at the exact same time here at Night of the Jumps. We have the team competition, like as you've heard me bang on. There's Czech, Spain, and the world team. There's also the individual competition. And right now, Luc Ackermann is leading. He has won every single event this year. He has had 10 minutes training today when he got in off of that helicopter. So with very little training under his belt today, Luc is trying to make sure he takes the win and not trip over his own feet and give the win away to Maikel Melero. So we've got two competitions, the individual and the team. And watching on screen right now with that Fantic 250XX, Pedro Merino from Spain. 4-time Spanish national champion. If you have not heard of his name, you best jump on Instagram right now and add him to your list. Pedro's got a great style, one of those riders who is super consistent all the time, and consistency is the way to win championships. And guess what? That's exactly how Maikel Melero did it as well to become 5-time world champion. Pedro has done it to become 4-time Spanish champion. And as he waits for the crowd to get into it, I can't wait to see what he throws down. I saw a little bit of training this morning, but I think he has a few things up his sleeve, a few tricks up his sleeve, I beg to say. And I will be a little bit surprised because I know he's been training a lot on the quarter pipe. Unfortunately, we don't have the quarter here, but he's got a few extra bigger tricks. As he slides that Fantic 250 two-stroke into second gear for the first jump of the night. Nice big no-handed flip. Clean as a whistle on that one. It's a good way to start the competition. It's a long time since we've seen him here. You want to get a few big tricks out, but the ones that don't stress you too much, like that ruler Indy. No-handed backflip, ruler Indy. Try and get the nerves out of the system. This is the one thing that he mentioned, actually, how fast it was going in the circle here at Night of the Jumps. So you notice there in the corner, he just stopped for a second, made sure he had his steering dampener in the right place, flip levers up or down, and then threw out that seat grab backflip. Now, both flip levers up. What have we got? Nice double knack. Now just trying to roll through the corners a little bit faster than what we saw at the start. Oh, nice whip flip, actually. Just pulling off to the side. Taking off on that backflip and trying to twist up as much as possible. Number 98 with a huge holy grab. Whoa, that was looking a little bit like going into that Mike Mason territory, trying to hold that holy grab as long as he could. Last jump just in time with a nice KOD backflip. I almost thought he was about to come up a little bit short on that one. He just nosed it in, but he managed to get through that quite well. All right, he's got enough time to get his double up trick in. So this jump, after the run, they have one jump left. It's for double the points, and this is where we'll see the biggest trick they can throw down. Well, maybe not the biggest, because we do have best trick in this competition. What will it be from Pedro? Coming into the 8-meter radius. Oh, whipped flip, one-handed knack. That was a pretty cool backflip combo. I did not expect that one from him. As soon as you start whip flipping, it starts to get a little bit more difficult and a little bit more out of control. And throwing in that one-handed knack in the middle of that, actually, that was quite a technical trick. Not many guys, I don't actually know if I've seen anybody do a fully whipped out one-handed knack. Has somebody done it? I guess if John Matthews is in the YouTube chat, I'm sure he will let me know because I don't have the big list of all of the tricks right now to know which ones have gone into it. I don't remember it. It could have happened. And I've also got my video team here as well. Decided to show up on the side. And as I look on the screen, we've got Libor Podmol there waiting in the wings before he comes out. I'm waiting to see if the judges have a score. I haven't got one up on the screen yet. So we're just waiting on the judges' decision first before we let Libor out. It looks like Pedro wanted to get out of here. There we go, 51 points for Pedro Marino. Solid 51 points. There was no mistakes. Solid run. It was great to see him back here at Night of the Jumps after so long. Checking out that whip flip in the slow motion replay. Right, now it's time for Libor Podmol, the former world champion. 2010 or 2011? 2010, I think it was. X Games medalist. Libor is one of the most exciting riders ever in freestyle motocross. At one point, you never knew what he was going to do in any competition. In his older age, he started to tame that down just a little bit. But just never know what Libor might come out with. We've seen him go out and do Indy flips on his Dakar rally bike. Why did he do an Indy flip on a Dakar rally bike, you ask? Well, he raced the Dakar rally, and I think on his very first year, he ended up in 36th or 38th position. Here we go, the older of the Podmol brothers with a double can backflip to open the first jump of the night for him. Second jump rolling around, the expert on this competition course, caught over backflip. This is definitely a very old school run here from Libor. All the tricks we've seen from him in the past, Indy to Indy. All right, trying to bring in a couple of combos into this run. 3 tricks down, 1 minute to go. Plenty of time on the clock. Super can Indy. Reaching back for that seat grab, but then kicking out with the Indy to the opposite side, getting all twisted up. One hand Indy, rock solid. Absolutely impressive run right now. There is no mistakes at all. We've already seen that run from Pedro. No mistakes there. Right now, Libor, I think, is probably upping the ante just that little bit with the cliffhanger. Still plenty of time on the clock. Huge underflip. Wow. One of the tricks that I love the most when I watch Libor ride is that underflip. 9 o'clock knack, and did you see he actually kicked off the seat before he went into that trick? He twisted the bike up, he kicked the seat, and then he went into that 9 o'clock. As you can see on the screen, 7 out of 7 jumps were done, and he managed to pick up an extra jump in the middle of all of that. So with 35 seconds on the clock, he has plenty of time to get this double up trick. What will we see? Double the points. Whoa, cliffhanger backflip. Almost as good as when he first started doing that trick. Probably 10 years ago, since he started doing those cliffhanger backflips. And it looks like nothing has changed in all of that time. What a run from Libor Podmol. That is going to be, I think, far better than 51 points from Pedro Marino. We will wait to see what the judges have to say about that one. But that was huge. All right, let's check out the slow motion replay. We've got the cliffhanger backflip. That was on, whoa, hang on, was there a no-hand lander? He did. Cliffhanger backflip to no-hand lander on that double up. Check out that whip flip. That was an underflip. One hand Indy rock solid. Super can Indy. Super technical trick as well. And let's see if we've got some points coming up. 70 points for Libor. Only 70. Whoa, that's hard. I thought he might have got a little bit more than 70 points. It was a pretty good run, especially the cliffhanger backflip to no-hand lander. That's a very technical trick. But I guess the judges are leaving a little bit of space open in their points for this competition tonight. And right now, for the world team from Switzerland, Mat Rebeaud, riding on that all-new Stark Varg, the brand new electric bike. This is the first time we've seen this bike at Night of the Jumps. The first time it has been in competition in Europe. Actually, the first time it'll be in competition in the whole world for a full freestyle run. Josh Sheehan just went to X Games only a couple of months ago and did best trick with a couple of double backflips. But right now, on the electric bike, Mat Rebeaud with a nice ruler. Now the Stark, it is a tiny bit heavier than the other bikes, but where it lacks on the weight problem, it comes up trumps with all the extra power that he could need to throw out that one-handed Indy, twisting up into the bike. Now it's a little bit strange actually, no-handed backflip, to be inside this arena right now. There is no sound. But we do have the awesome sound of the music here from our DJ, Matthias, spinning the decks here in Zurich. And it's quite cool. You can see Mat Rebeaud there with his iPad basically sitting on top of the handlebars as he throws out that nice whipped out knack backflip. He can hear everybody in the crowd. I think that's why he's asking them to pump it up just that little bit more. Throwing out the whip. 23 seconds on the clock, 6 jumps down. He can get an extra 1 or 2 jumps in if he would like to. 9 o'clock knack Indy. And I think he might actually go for an extra jump. Maybe 2. One hand Indy. So Mat Rebeaud, he won at Night of the Jumps in 2004, 2005 at the IFMXF World Championships, then the FIM World Championships in 2006. Now it's time for the double up. So he's one of the most experienced long-term riders ever at Night of the Jumps. And coming into the double up, both the flip levers are up here. What can we expect? Double can, oh! Double can backflip, and a little bit short. I don't think he would want to go any shorter or any slower on that last jump. We'll have a little bit of a look at that in the slow motion replay in just a few seconds. But from what I can see from where I'm standing, that looked a little bit too close to call if I was Mat Rebeaud. All right, let's have a look at the slow-mo replay. Double cam backflip. Oh yeah, he was short. One hand Indy. A little bit short on that jump too. Oh, it was a knack, whipped out knack flip. No-hander to start the show off. Finishing with the wheelie on that brand new Stark Varg. The Red Bull rider, the legend from Switzerland, ex-fighters, champion as well. What else has he not done? X Games as well. 48 points for Mat Rebeaud, sitting in 3rd place right now. Wow. Actually, this is This is already going to be tough for Team Spain and the world team. Czech Republic is so far 19 points. 19 points in front of Spain. All the Czech team needs to do tonight, well, all they need to do is win. And it's a clean, simple, easy overall win for the season. But if the world team or the Spanish team manage to get enough points, we will be up for one hell of a tiebreaker down to points, and we will see what happens. I will wait to get the call in my ear. If that were to happen, it's going to be tight. There we go. So on the screen, Team Czech 70 points in front, Spain 51 and 48 to the world team. Things will change throughout the night. We have the second round of FMX coming up with Mark Pignol, Mat Rebeaud and Harry Bink. And then the third round with Maikel, Melero, Filip Podmol and Luc Ackermann. But before we get to that, we've got Best Whip. And we've also got the Synchro competition, and we will finish with the Best Trick competition. So it looks to me like we've got Best Whip about to go down. The two riders riding for the Czech team will be those two sitting in front of you on screen right now. Filip Podmol on the left and Mat Rebeaud on the right. As I said, Mat did not even have training today. He had a bit of an issue with his clutch as he flew in. He flew in on the helicopter 20 minutes before the doors opened. He got geared up, he ran out, he jumped on the bike, and nothing was working. So I'm not sure if Mat Rebeaud will actually take a couple of jumps before he actually starts his run. It would be crazy to think he would go straight into this competition without even just a couple of jumps to get used to the course. And that might be what's happening right now. If I'm to work this out, I think Filip Podmol might be giving him a speed check. There you go. All right, I think I've picked that one. All right, so Filip Podmol is just giving Mat a speed check to try and get him through, well, as fast as possible and not to upset the show plan very much tonight, because he missed absolutely everything. Straight into a backflip? Wow, okay. I guess if you're going to do training and backflips are in your run, you need to get that done very quickly. And a nice little whip there. We'll see him in the whip competition that's about to go down in just a few moments. He's just signaled to everybody he's happy. 4 jumps is more than enough for him in training. That was it. Mat Rebeaud has just finished his training for this competition tonight. 4 jumps. 2 he got towed in by Filip Podmol. 1 backflip and 1 whip. Let's see what happens. I remember when this happened to David Ronaldo. He had an issue one time flying from France to, I think it was Krakow in Poland. His bags went missing, his flights were all cancelled, everything went wrong. Ronaldo arrived. He did 2 practice jumps and then he won the competition. Will Mat Rebeaud do that tonight here? All right, now it's time for the best whip. We've got Mat Rebeaud, Harry Bink from the world team, Filip Podmol and Mat Rebeaud from Team Czech Republic, and from Spain, Pedro Merino and Mark Pignol. Now Filip Podmol looking good. Mat Rebeaud, who has just come back with an X Games invite at Best Whip. Rebeaud looking tidy with those big old racer whips. Filip Podmol as well. Huge from Mat Rebeaud. And I think Mat Rebeaud probably looking the better of the two Spanish riders right now. Pedro Moreno has one more jump up his sleeve to throw out a nice turn down. And a bit of a, what was that from Mat Rebeaud? Was that a turn down or a turn up? He turned it somewhere, I don't know where he was turning it. Now let's see who will be eliminated from this competition. From the 6 riders, we will go down. We will drop from each team. Well, not the best whip. Let's be more positive. We're going to keep each rider, well, one rider from each team who had the best whip. So, whoa! So it looks like Pedro has been evicted, Mat Rebeaud has been evicted, and Harry Bink and Mat Rebeaud have stayed, and they've decided, almost like every round this year, to go into round 2 and keep, well, it looks like it's going to be between Filip Podmol and Mat Rebeaud. Who will be the one rider from the Czech Republic to go through? Now, I have not explained this just yet tonight. The whip competition and the synchro competition, they are joker rounds. So the winner from each team, well, the winning team will end up with 100 points. The second team will end up with 80 points. We've changed that. 80 points and 60 points for the third team. So it's not like there's a, 0 to 100 and it could be 79 points or something like that. It's simply 100 for first, 80 for second, and 65 for third. Filip Podmol looking tight. Keep your eyes peeled on the 2 Czech riders because one of them will be eliminated. And I don't know who it will be, because we've already seen Mat Rebeaud end up at X Games this year, but Filip Podmol right now is whipping the hell out of it. This will be a tough one. Last jump for Filip to show why he should be in the final. But I think it might be Mat Rebeaud with that, I think it was his third whip. Was probably his biggest on the opposite side to where we're watching. I feel like it could be Mat who goes through to the final. But this is the judge's decision. It will be the crowd's decision on who actually wins this right now. So it looks like Filip Podmol has been evicted. So Mat Rebeaud will represent the Czech Republic. Mat Rebeaud will be riding for Team Spain in the final, and Harry Bink will be trying to turn it all down for the world team here. And the first time we've seen him compete so far tonight as well. And actually in the next section, we'll go straight into Freestyle 2. And actually, it's all these 3 riders will be competing in the next group of FMX riders. Rebeaud, Mat and Harry Bink in that order. And right now, we've got the final of Best Whip. Rebeaud will lead the charge on that Honda 450. Turn down. Big old racer whip and a nice turn down one-hander from Harry Bink. They get 2 rounds, so 4 jumps to throw out their best whip. Only the best whip wins. It's not an accumulation of points, it's simply best one that gets done. Oh, Rebeaud, huge! Whoa, it was that huge, my voice cracked like a 16-year-old kid from Mat Rebeaud and Harry. So it looks like that's the favorite ram. On the opposite side, whip flip, lazy flip, and a whip flip from Harry there to finish that all off. I say lazy flip? Did he actually do a lazy flip? Did I just say the words and I'm just listening back? Like, hang on. Is that what he just did? We might see that in the slow motion replay. I didn't expect that, but since he's had no training, something tells me Mate has probably used that last jump as his training before he goes into his actual competition run. Let's check this out in the slow-mo. Look at that whip from Mate. Harry Bink just playing it up on that turn down. A little bit of a seat hump. Pignol trying to get that Honda back to front. But this, I think, will be, I'm pretty sure this is the crowd decision. Oh, okay, so the crowd got behind that. I'm just listening, I'm taking my headphone off. I'm listening to the crowd just to get my opinion, while Andy Breivik takes control in the middle. Okay, I feel like Harry and Pignol have got the same kind of reaction. And let's see if the crowd are going to get behind Mat Rebeaud. Whoa! Whoa! That was huge! I took my headphone off, and I probably should put it back on because I'm just about deaf. The crowd just went bananas for Mate's whip, and that is with very good reason. So these three riders will now go back and get ready for Freestyle Part 2. The first rider to come up will be Marc Pignol. And while he goes back to get ready for his competition, his freestyle competition, Mat Rebeaud will go up for the best whip ceremony, taking his 4th best whip win of the season. The only competition he didn't win was when his KTM 300 at the time blew up in Berlin. He blew the top out of that engine. It exploded in a train, and he somehow survived on this big airbag landing. Tonight, I'm pretty sure he's back to the 250cc. He's decided he didn't need to worry about the 300. Let's put a little bit less pressure on this KTM. And he looked as smooth as he did when he was on the 300. It didn't really matter. Let's see if we can get some audio.
Let's continue. Let's go and enjoy this evening. Thank you, guys.
All right, hopefully I didn't talk too much over him, and hopefully you guys could hear Mate and his words at home or wherever you may be right now all around the world. And hey, jump on YouTube on that chat. I'll jump on there now and have a little sticky beak and see if we've got some messages coming through. Whoa, okay. Thank you, Stoker. Hi, Steve. This time, listen to all the things and stories you are telling. Enjoy the show. Live Dubai im Stadion. Mirko Lix. Now, I'm going to absolutely ruin this again. El Pegroso. Let's go, Pedro. I think I blew it, didn't I? I did blow it. Danny Dwayne, he's back. Podmol's gear is looking insane. No hand landings, looking more risky on the airbag. You are absolutely right. Danny Dwayne again. Remember when Matt slid down the landing at X Games back in the day? Yes, I do remember that, actually. Actually, that's probably the best one. Mate Rebeaud whip is an aphrodisiac. Well, if you've got your misses there, mate, go for it. Righto, Marc Pignol now. Rolling out. So we've already seen Pignol in the best whip competition, of course. We will now see his first of the freestyle runs. And actually, I think Marc is in every competition tonight. Normally the riders try and help each other by carrying the load of the team. But Pignol has his freestyle run best whip. He's in synchro later, and he's also in best trick. So probably the rider with the most amount of responsibility tonight, and he's the team captain for Spain, starting out with a huge ruler flip on that 21-meter or 69-foot ramp on the opposite side, coming back with the flip levers up, caught over backflip, kicking into that caught over flip with a lot of energy. Oh, he's decided he didn't like the start of that run up. He's turned around, he's gonna have plenty of time to get all of his tricks in. Heel clicker flip, something tells me he was probably looking for a combo on that, maybe with a Superman or an Indy. Indy to Indy, whoa, 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 whoa! That was 3 Indies in one off of a regular ramp. I don't know if I've seen that from anybody off of a regular ramp. That was the bar solid. I remember seeing, I think it was one of the mayors did that off of the moon booter. Oh, front flip. Landed it perfectly. I think I couldn't see the landing from my side, but I quickly looked around to the screen and he's still rolling around with the ruler, scorpion style, trying to kick that front fender. Wow. Pignol is now on. He is pumped. What a run from the Spaniard, who basically lives in Zurich most of the time. That was all the tricks that goes into the first, well, into his run. Now we've got the double up again. Don't forget the double up. Oh, and his side saddle. Do you know what this is? It's gonna be the California roll. Oh, whoa. That was close. That was super close. He nearly went into a front flip. Wow. As he did the Cali roll, when he was trying to pull back onto the bike, I'm not sure, we'll have to have a look at that in the slow-mo replay, but it looked like maybe he pulled the back end up, dropped the front, and he managed to just hold on to land that California roll as his double up. Let's see if we can get a slow-mo replay on this one. Here's the Cali roll. It already started dipping, a little bit twisted. Ooh, he just held on to that one. Indy to Indy to Indy. Yep, that was 3 Indies in one on that slow-mo replay. And actually, he kicked all 3 out. Good extension. Unfortunately, he didn't get the click on that heel clicker, but you could see at the start of that, he missed the run-up. So I feel like he probably had something in the tank on that one, but he decided against it. What a run from Mat Rebeaud. 74 points. All right, that's going to help from Pedro's run of 51. That's 74 from Pignol will really help to bring the Spanish team back up. Mat Rebeaud, obviously he took the big points from that best whip competition. And now he's about to roll out for his freestyle run. Tonight here, the 5th round of competition, he has been at all 5 rounds. He has had all of, well actually, he's now had a little bit of training. He had the 4 jumps before best whip. In the end, he had 12 jumps in best whip, but they were only whips. Apart from that one lazy boy flip. So you can essentially say with basically 0 training today, Mat Rebeaud is about to do his full freestyle run. So if you're watching at home, I hope you can give this kid a little bit extra respect for whatever he does right now, because going into a competition cold is one of the hardest and worst things to do. But here we go. from the Czech Republic, Mat Rebeaud, no hand backflip, and then pointing up to the crowd as he rolled around. Maybe he was looking for a one or no hand lander on that. Flip levers up. Knack flip. So it looks like he's decided to just probably play this one a little bit safe by going with a no hand to knack flip first. Work his way into this competition with a huge ruler, getting that bike looped out all the way. It's vertical, and he is standing on top of the bike and doing his best impression of a Superman. Now with a 9 o'clock knack Indy. Well, actually, he went kind of like those indies into the bike. I think it's like a crack knack. And then coming out of it into a full double knack. Huge extension, Indy flip, throwing everything he could at it. 30 seconds on the clock. Still plenty of time. With a lazy boy backflip. He didn't get his body all the way to the back on the seat, but you know what? I'm not going to pick apart this run too much. That is unbelievable with such little training. Heel click and a super flip, and he even held that super flip for a little bit too long. He almost didn't have enough time to get back on the bike at the end, and he's decided that's more than enough. Now to get ready for the double up. I can't wait to ask him at the end of this competition. I want to find out how difficult this run was for him. All right, final jump. Whoa, going into that seat grab backflip. Looking like he tried to push into the heart attack. Just didn't get the full extension like we've seen from him before, but you know what? After flying in from Nürburgring, he was at Formula One only 2 hours ago. He jumped on a helicopter, flew in here, then this bike that he had some clutch problems. To throw out that run with such little planning and work at the start of this run, that was fantastic. All right, let's have a look in the slow-mo replay. Oh, that's a very good slow-mo of the high fives. All right, here we go. Seat grab backflip, kicking it out, landing it perfectly. Indy backflip. I'd say a little bit quick on that one, but not too bad. And this was that huge Indy into the bike and double knack out. Massive ruler. So all of his upright tricks looking great. The knack flip, he held it as long as he possibly could. And the no hand backflip to start with, and then just pointing up at the crowd on the way through. And what you can see on screen, that is our man from Australia, Harry Bink. And he's got a lot of grazes on that belly and chest right now. 1 week ago, he did a showdown in Barcelona at MotoGP, and he did his best impression of a penguin when a whip flip went wrong, and he decided to take the stomach to the bitumen. So he's not feeling great. Harry had a huge crash only a week ago. Can he send it tonight here in Zurich for the very first time at Night of the Jumps in Switzerland, riding for the world team? 64 points before as well to Mat Rebeaud, if I didn't say it already. So Harry Bink hasn't exactly had the best start at Night of the Jumps. The first competition, I can see the crowd are laughing right now. They're watching him ride around here with no shirt on, a lot of grazes. And I can see a lot of mums and dads probably thinking, hey buddy, put a jersey on, would ya? So at the very first competition in Munich, everything was looking great. He wanted to go out, he wanted to create history, hitting the next gen ramp, but the bike stopped on him. He had a huge crash. One-hand can to one-hand knack backflip. What a way to start. His second competition in Mannheim, he didn't even get through training. It was a big crash on the double backflip. He was concussed so badly he didn't compete. Now it's a no-hand catwalk. And he said today, you know what, this is my third time at Night of the Jumps. I'm going to get through one event. I will get to the end of this one. Let's see, with some of the biggest tricks in the game, clicking a super flip on that gas 450. It's almost the curse of the Australians coming to Europe. We've seen some of the best riders take a long time to get used to it. Huge ruler Indy backflip. That was massive. We've seen Josh Sheehan come over, we've seen Clinton Moore, Joel Brown, Steve Minnie, so many Aussie riders. Double heart attack. Looked like he was going for a holy grab or a rock solid or something. He decided to hold back on that one. And most of the time when the Aussies came over, they had a hard time. Whoa, whip flip, no-hander. I think he was going for the knack on that one. He just missed it. It's a trick I've never seen before. He just didn't get it out on that one. Nice 9 o'clock Indy. He has enough time if he's fast to grab one more trick, but he's decided, nope, that's enough. So many a time an Aussie has come through, and it's taken them 3 or 4 events to actually get into the rhythm of these very small arenas. Harry has not got through one event yet. Will we see him finish his first run at Night of the Jumps? This is his double up. What will it be? Huge heart attack, Indy backflip into the wall. And he is one happy camper. He finally did it. Third time, a charm here in Zurich to get through. We will see Harry come out again in the Synchro competition and in the best trick comp. There we go. Let's have a little bit of a look at the slow motion replay. I want to check out that heart attack Indy flip. Actually, what I want to see is the whipped no hand. Did he get the knack in? This is the heart Indy. Whoa! Doing his best impression of Levi Sherwood. That's the 9 o'clock knack. Indy. There's the Indy backflip, throwing everything he could. Heel click at a super flip. No-handed catwalk. Big extension on that last kick. One-hand can to one-hand knack backflip. Huge combo. Oh, we didn't get to see the whip flip. So what I saw just 1 week ago was actually him throwing out a no-handed... Oh, hang on, I'll let him talk. Okay, I didn't get very much out of that. Maybe we've got a little bit more. All right. So what I saw just 1 week ago, I think a trick I've never seen before. I'm not sure if that's what he got out, or I just couldn't tell from this angle, and we didn't see it on that slow-mo. It is a whip flip, no-hander. Straight away, that is incredibly difficult because as soon as you start whip flipping a bike, the bike wants to pancake and get out of control. Then he throws in a knack, which is absolutely ridiculous. Whoa, 61 points. Mat Rebeaud ended up with more points. I'm a little bit surprised, but Mat also had a fantastic run. Well, there you go. I'm a little bit surprised on that. And maybe we'll find out, you know, actually, hang on, let's just think about this. There was a lot of backflip combos. His uprights were good. Mat Rebeaud, same. Good uprights. But I'd probably say Harry Bink had the bigger risk backflip combos in that. So anyway, maybe I'm biased because I'm Australian. And right now we've got the warm-up show for the pedal power riders here tonight. We've got mountain bike, BMX and scooter riders tonight here in Zurich. So what I would love to get actually would be the current total. I'll see if I can find that. I'm just gonna have a little chat to my technical team, see if I can get some points here on the board. All right, so that was, I think that's Mat Rebeaud there from oh, let me put my glasses on. I can't see because I'm blind as a bat. Thank you, Red Bull Spect. That was Mat Rebeaud on the scooter. Jimmy Brandt on the BMX. So we got a couple scooters, a couple of BMXs, and a few more mountain bike riders this weekend here in Zurich. Who have we got rolling down? Looks like it's Mike Boom from Germany with a no-handed backflip. And the final of the first four will be Mat Rebeaud. She made her debut in Mannheim. Unfortunately, she had a couple of crashes there. Tonight, I don't think we're going to see that. I think she's had a lot more time. And the very first event, there's always the nerves. And today, she's looking so much more comfortable on that bike. And we'll see her roll in just a second. From Germany. What have we got there? Was that a little X up, I think? So this is the warm-up show for the pedal power. The next time we see them come out, it will be quali time. So this is just to get warmed up. I want to see a few bigger tricks from the guys and girls. But it will all be going down in quali to see who will go through to ride for. One rider from each of these guys will go into the teams. Leon Binkerbank was on the BMX. Maikel Rickenberg there before, and Lucas Huppert. Richard Zelenka on the scooter, one of the best scooter riders in the world. And he's pretty damn local, just down the road from the Czech Republic. This would be, I would have to say, the hardest part and the worst part about being a BMX rider, a mountain bike rider, scooter rider. Man, I would not have the energy to walk back up there. Maybe I would do it once. I probably would not get back to the top of that rolling again. Especially standing at 10 meters high, so damn steep. It looks like they G out when they hit the ground, the flat ground at the bottom. They do get through it fine, but man, it looks tough. Jimmy Brandt there again. Now, so it looks like we'll have some scores coming up in just a few moments because I'm a little bit interested to see. It won't tell the entire story. We're just going to get the overall score. But with Mat Rebeaud taking the win with best whip, It will be interesting to see. Oh, front flip there from Maikel. Oh, and he threw it all away. It will be interesting to see who ended up with second and third in that best whip comp. Was it Spain or was it the world team? Like I said, it is one of those joke arounds. So if you end up winning it, you can become, well, 20 points ahead of the next best team. Do that twice, you're now 40 points ahead. So Czech Republic, they'll be happy. They've already won the best whip. If they can win the Synchro comp, they will be looking so good coming into the best trick at the end of the night. Anna there, another X up. So that's exactly where the Czech team with Libor and Filip Podmol will really be wanting to make the most out of this Synchro comp. Coming up very shortly. Double tail whip there. Whoa, well, he didn't get to the end of that. That's Maikel Riekenberg. Looks like we've got Leon Binkerbank here from Berlin on the BMX. I love watching this guy ride. The big boy on tour, but man, he can throw that thing around like it's nobody's business. And from Switzerland, backflip, tail. And the final rider on top, Richard Zelinka here on the scooter. What have we got? Actually, I'm not going to know what he's going to do. I don't even know what that was. What the hell was that? That was insane. That was insane. Look fantastic. I don't even know what that was. Can somebody who's watching right now put up the name of that trick, because I completely missed it. All right, let's have a little bit of a look at the chat. He did. I'm just reading some of the messages here. Ha! VM, love that style. Just the t-shirt without any sponsors. Just Honda in it. Actually, it's a gas. So it wasn't a Honda, but you were very close, VM. Oh, sorry, man. I was thinking, no. Sorry, I was thinking about Harry there. Just the t-shirt without any sponsors. As I read it, I was thinking without a t-shirt. I was getting dyslexic on that comment. Terribly sorry about that. Sam Merrick, who's actually probably inside this arena right now, and he's also on the chat. Clean run and solid combos by the Wizard. That's so good, Sam. If you're listening to me right now, and I know you're in the arena because you were here today watching training, thanks for jumping on board, buddy. Mike Boom there, fronty no-hander. Well, he's not doing too well to hold on to that mountain bike today. The old man returning after quite the time out with injury. I think this might be his first major event back. He was off the bike, I think, for 6 months or something like that. Mike Byrne back at it here at Night of the Jumps in Zurich. And Lucas Huppert. Whoa. Double backing with a 360, I think, in the middle of all of that. Leon Binkerbank rolling in on that 10-meter roll-in with a huge fronty. Man, if I could see somebody doing a front flip like that on a moto, I would be pumped. No-hander backflip, tucking in. Now that's, well, tucking in, that was hell of a discussion in freestyle motocross. Double backflip from Richard Zelinka. Getting so much amplitude out of that ramp on the smallest contraption, but going so high on that double backflip. So it looks like that might be the end of the warm-up for the green team. All the pedal power. There is no fossil fuels getting used in that run. They could join Mat Rebeaud. Coming up in just a minute or two. Oh, that was Mike Böhm there, losing it again on the mountain bike. Richard Zelinka with all the style in the world. Double back 360, I think it was there from Lucas Huppert. So now it's time for the synchro competition. Here we go. We've got the results so far. 234 to Czech, 205 to Spain, and to the world team, wow, 174 points. So Czech, that is a pretty good lead so far for them. The world team, they've got a lot of work to catch up. Unfortunately for Rebeaud and Harry Bink, those scores not being as high as what I would have expected. That hasn't helped the world team. I would have thought they'd be at least on par with Spain right now. But coming into this synchro comp, Spain will be the first team out, with Marc Pignol on the left on that Honda, and Pedro Marino on the Fantic 250 XX. Really blew that one. I am the KTM rider. I love my 250 SX. This is the 250 XX from Fantic. So the guys will be going out in full synchro, side by side, on the 2 8 meters, and then they will return in a train on the opposite side. They'll have 2 rounds of the course to throw out. So that's 4 tricks for each team. We've got 3 teams, of course, and we will eliminate 1 team, and then we'll have the final to see who will take all of these joker points. Again, it is exactly the same as the best whip comp. 100 points for the winning team, 80 points for the second, and 65 points to the third team. So right now, the world team with Harry Bink and who's riding out there? It's Harry Bink and Luc Ackermann. So they will need to work together to try and get as many points out of this synchro competition if they have any chance to keep up with Team Czech Republic right now. Pedro Marino right now, Marc Pignol rolling past. They're about to get stuck into this competition. Now, there could be some surprises in this one. I don't know. I know Pignol was already talking about using a different ramp in the synchro. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to start on the train, actually. Rock solid and a bar solid. To the untrained eye, that looks the same. But if you're an FMX fan, Pedro went from, he went 2 hands rock solid, whereas Marc Pignol went straight from a seat grab into letting go. Backflip with a whip. Both riders basically tweaking it out exactly the same on that whip flip. So they took off exactly the same. They had the same trick. Looked basically identical. Looking pretty good right now. Both with the flip levers up. What have we got on the train back? Indy flip and an Indy flip. We've already seen Pignol throw out 3 Indies in 1 jump. Man, imagine if he just did that then and went 3 Indies beside the one on Pedro. That would be insane. Oh, here we go. This is what I was wondering. Front flip, back flip. Oh, Pignol did not land that fronty. Is he okay? I saw the bike go straight into the wall. He's up, he's walking, but he's not looking too crash hot right now. Pignol is in for every competition tonight. If he's not feeling good, he may not get through to the best trick comp, but wow, what a way to do the first run in the Synchro. He went for the front flip. Maybe the sound of having a backflip beside him. Maybe the sound of having a two-stroke right beside you. He didn't know where he was in the air because you could see he just stalled that front flip all the way out. Let's see if we get a slow-mo replay on that one. He is looking a little bit sore and sorry for himself on that one. Oh, we don't like seeing our buddies go down. And he landed pretty much very back wheel heavy on that one. He couldn't hold on to it. Let's have a look at this slow-mo replay. That was the rock solid and the bar solid. Backflip with the whip, they both looked identical. Both of them nearly a little bit short too. Indy flip, and now this will be the backflip and the, oh, come on. We missed the slow-mo. I hope we get that slow-mo again. A little bit later on, I want to check that out. I want to see what happened. Maybe with a different camera angle. But right now for Team Czech Republic, this is the Podmol brothers. They run their own team. Libor Podmol, the legend of FMX. One of the original guys, really, in the sport. And his younger brother, Filip Podmol, with a heel clicker backflip, side by side, perfect timing. If you watched the event we had in Mannheim a couple of months ago, the Synchro competition was so much more difficult because the arena was so small. Right now, the guys have got a little bit extra space. They can get themselves centered, ready to go. And they threw out a nice rock solid there. Libor on the Husky 250. Filip on the Yami 250, both two strokes. Double can backflip. Little bit tweaked out, but definitely getting the job done. One more jump left from the Podmol brothers. And right now, if Spain is eliminated because of the crash from Pignol, things will already be looking good for Czech Republic. They've got one more jump. We've still got the world team. No hand flip and a no hand flip. Will that be enough to beat the Spanish team? Pignol is still sitting on his bike. Does that mean if Spain goes through, he would be ready to ride in the final again? Or is he simply being a good sport and trying to sit out in the middle and hopefully not masking too much pain? That I do not know. And now it's time for the third team to do their first run. This is the quali, basically. One team will be eliminated. We've seen Spain, we've seen Czech. Now it's time for the world team with Harry, Bink, and Luc Ackermann, two of the best riders in freestyle motocross. Can they work as a team to get the job done? Harry is all over it. He loves it. Wow. Let's not get too excited. They've still got to they have to get through this run. And it looks like they've headed over to the train. So they're going to start on a train, hitting the one ramp behind each other, and then they'll go into the Synchro. So Luc, double hard, double hard. Well, actually, basically exactly the same extension on that trick, same kind of style. Flip levers up. Here we go. Heel clicker, holding as long as possible. Looked like Harry was just a little bit slow coming out of the corner on that one to keep up with Luc. Not too bad though, Indy and an Indy. Basically riding the same bike, the KTM 450, the Gas 450. There are a few small minor differences, but essentially the same bike. They can mix and match if they decided to. Right, here we go. Ruler flip and a ruler flip. And it looked like Luc was heading off to the right-hand side of that landing. Got a little bit tweaked out on that takeoff. And I can see our fans in front are cheering on their favorite riders out here. Luc Ackermann, reigning world champion, X Games gold medalist. Harry Bink, Nitro World Games winner last year with that triple backflip. If they go through to the final, will we see some bigger tricks out of these two riders? Let's have a look at the slow-mo. Double heart, double heart. Heel clicker and a heel clicker. You can see the timing was just off a little bit. Indy and the bigger Indy there with Harry flying behind. But remember, Luc Ackermann has only had 10 minutes training as well today. Please remember that in thinking about this decision right now. Luc only had 10 minutes training. He hasn't ridden anything else tonight. He's just come out cold and had to go into a synchro competition riding side by side with Harry. So it looks like Team Spain has been evicted from the final. Unfortunately, with that crash from Pinol, to be honest, I think from what I saw, I would say if Pinol didn't crash, Spain was looking the better of the team. Spain was looking the better of the three teams. So that's quite the shame to see Pinol take the crash and then also be nudged out of the final. So that means 65 points straight away will go to Spain. Now the battle's on for Czech and the world team. And right now, you know what? Side by side, they've done the training this morning. They've done a little bit of practice. They are perfectly on time with the double cam backflip. Will they step it up in the next one? Heel clicker flips. Well, I'm expecting a little bit bigger on this final round. It looks like they're reaching for the foot hooks down there. If that's what it was, it looked like Libor was reaching for his foot hook. What have we got? No hand backflip. Well, that's why you had to look for the foot hook. You want to make sure you are connected to that bike, and as you let go, you don't want to just magically fly off and do your own somersault without the bike. Cliffhanger and cliffhanger on the way back. Well, everything looked clean, but I would say they went for the safe option rather than the big tricks. Now it's time for the world team. If they come out with some bigger tricks, well, it depends what the judges think, but I would say it would be worth probably more to be a bit more adventurous right now. A little bit more risk, bigger tricks. I think that may be the meal ticket for Binky and Lukey to take the win in this segment to try and get that 100 points. And they need those 100 points to boost themselves up to try and catch up to Czech Republic. Here we go, on the return, whip flip, and Harry getting in nice and close, nearly taking out Luc's back wheel coming into that corner. So on the train, Harry trying to get as close as he could. All right, this looks like a little bit better timing. Heel click, a super flip from both riders. All right, a little bit more risk from that one. We only saw the clicker from the Czech team. And you can even see the different styles of the approach, double heart. How both of these riders approach the ramp. Harry cuts the run up down quite a long way. Luc takes all of the run up he can. Huge ruler flips side by side. So I think if it was me judging, not just standing here talking about it, I would probably say with the extension and the difficulty from Luc and from Harry, I reckon they will take the win, but I have been known to be wrong before, and I've been known to have the wrong results compared to the judges. All right, let's have a look at the slow-mo replay. Whip flip, opposite sides actually. One going left, one going right. Click it a super flip. Double heart attack and a double heart. Almost identical on the way they do those tricks. You can see that again there from behind. And then it's the ruler flip side by side. Harry just a little bit behind, but I think it may just be enough that they take the win. All right, I think, yep, it looks like they've taken the win. So I finally picked the right results. So it looks like Harry and Luc have won. Wow, here we go, 314 to Czech. The world team now 274 and Spain 270. Wow, okay, now this is a hell of a fight. Czech Republic, 40 points in front of the world team. And just remember, we've got Luc Ackermann coming up, who has not been defeated in the single, in the individual competitions all season. So the world team have their secret weapon coming up. But guess what? Spain has Maikel Melero. Czech Republic have Filip Podmol. Filip Podmol, he's already won an X-Pilots this year. Maikel Melero, 5-time consecutive world champion. He has bitten on the heels of Luc Ackermann this year. Can he find enough to take the win over Luc this time? And he may just need it if Spain is going to have a chance of winning tonight. But right now, Czech Republic are in the lead. We're going to go to a little bit of a break. I will run over and I'll try and find somebody, one of our riders, to do a quick interview. I might get a couple of riders. Let's see, so don't go too far. It'll only be, let's have a quick look. So we're running about 15 minutes late. So I'd say we'll probably have about a 15 to 20 minute break. So don't go too far. We will be back with more freestyle motocross, mountain bike, BMX, and scooter action in just a few moments. And I'll have a couple of interviews while we're waiting. the final event for Night of the Jumps in 2023. This is the 5th and final round of the Freestyle of Nations. If you've only just tuned in, well, you've missed a lot of action, especially from that guy there in that red shirt, Mat Rebeaud. He's already had a huge front flip crash in the Synchro competition. And I also forgot to tell everybody before, he also had a huge crash in training where he went for a seat grab backflip, missed the grab, and he somehow got out of that one. So today, the old big airbags have definitely saved Rebeaud again. I think this must be his 3rd time now after that huge California roll crash he had in Berlin, I think it was, the very first night, the first event of 2023. So Rebeaud has been utilizing the big airbag quite a lot at Night of the Jumps this year. He is a little bit sore and sorry for himself. You can see him standing there. He's a little bit disappointed. But we are all still so happy and glad that he is able to still walk out here with Mat Rebeaud and Libor Podmol as the captains of their respective teams. So Mat Rebeaud, the captain of Team Spain, Libor Podmol, the captain of Czech Republic, and Mat Rebeaud, the local from Switzerland. We are here in Zurich, Switzerland, inside the Hallenstadion. And Mat Rebeaud is back. Whoa! Matty Pekarek. And these 3 captains will be choosing their favorite BMX or mountain bike or scooter rider to go into the final run. They will have their best trick competition. We'll have FMX best trick and we will have pedal power best trick. And all the points will count towards the overall. So right now is the right time for them to pick their favorite rider to join them in the final. Whoa! Mike, boom! Coming in with some heat on that front flip and landing almost on the flat ground. So this is the mountain bike qualification, you could probably call it. This is where we will find out who goes through to the best trick competition. They've already had their warm-up in the first half of the show. This is the quali, and then we'll find the 3 best riders. And 1 each will go to the teams for the best trick competition. Up until now, we've already had 2 freestyle motocross runs. 2 groups of riders. That was Anna Rebeaud rolling in there from Team Red Bull Spect. What was that? Was that Maikel Riekeberg? It was. And this is Lucas Huppert, the local. Heart attack. Something tells me that I imagine Mat Rebeaud, also being Swiss, will probably choose Lucas to be on his team. Leon Binkerbank. Well, he scrubbed that one. Oh, no, he didn't. He was going for the front flip on the bounce. I didn't realize until it was too late. Now, Richard Zelinka. Oh, my God. He is throwing down tonight. And that's exactly why he's one of the best scooter riders in the world, and that is not an understatement. Reza Zelinka, always up for a good time. So right now, at the moment, we have the mountain bike quali. We'll have 1 more round of freestyle motocross competition. We have 3 riders left. That is Maikel, Melero, Filip Podmol, and Luc Ackermann. And then it is best trick time. So there's not many chances left for the world team or the Spanish team to catch up, because right now, the Czechs are in front. with 314 points. Mat Rebeaud, also from the Czech Republic. He's got a good chance of going through to the best trick competition. I think it might be between him and his fellow Czech rider, Richard Zelenka. Libor Podmol, something tells me he'll be looking at a Czech rider to join his team. Why not? Who will it be? Jimmy Brandt. Little tail whip there on the BMX. His first time ever at Night of the Jumps. He rolled into training and said, can I have a go at this? And here he is, at his first major event at Night of the Jumps. Maikel now, the veteran, with a fronty bar spin. Also just coming back from injury. We've got a few riders a little bit injured coming into this event. But Maikel coming back from the injuries, that is what we like to hear and what we like to see, that they're on the road to recovery. So right now the standings are Czech Republic 314, the world team 274, so exactly 40 points behind, and only 4 points behind Spain, 270. So that means Maikel Melero has a lot of work ahead of him. So does Luc Ackermann, the two riders who have battled the most at Night of the Jumps in the last 5 years. They have pushed each other more and more every time they come back to Night of the Jumps. Melero, 5-time world champion. Luc Ackermann dethroning Melero in 2019. Double backy from Maikel Rebeaud. That was a tidy double too. Tucked in on that one. Lucas Huppert throwing out his version of a double. Trying to scrub the branding off of that wall as well, getting as close as he could, and Leon Bink bang with a double as well. Well, something tells me we'll probably see one of those guys, maybe 2 or 3 of them in the final. And now it's time for Richard Zelenka. What's he got? Oh, cash roll. All right, things are starting to heat up just a little bit. We're going to find out who goes into the final very shortly. Looks like they want another attempt at this. They might have a little bit more left in the tank before we go through to the final freestyle motocross runs. Mat Rebeaud there, the younger of the Czech riders. He has really impressed everybody. He wants a little bit extra love from that crowd though. I don't blame him. They're getting a little bit quiet here inside the Hallen Stadion, but I reckon he's going to have something to get. Whoa! Okay, that's why he wanted to get a little bit extra noise out of them. Throwing that scooter away and just catching it at the last second. I thought he might have lost that one, but he managed to just hold on to it. And not only just hold on to it, he even managed to reel it in and bring it back into land. Oh, Superman. Trying to skin his shins on the way through, dabbing the foot on the landing. Oh, what does Maikel want? He wants a no-hander of some description. Some description? A little bit of a Rabs impersonation there. There you go. Sorry about that. Here we go, Maikel. No-handed fronty. So he's loving the front flips. Great to see him back on a bike. Always better to see these guys on a bike than on the couch. So I wonder if we have one more shot for these guys to see who will go through. So like I said, Mat Rebeaud, Libor Podmol and Mat Rebeaud, they will choose their one rider to join their team in the best trick competition. This will probably be the final run. And it looks like it's going to be Anna, Rebeaud, Sana with a no-hander. Whoa! And I could see her feet just came away from the pegs on that one. And unfortunately, she tested out the landing, but it was a soft one, luckily for her. And Maikel Riekeberg also unable to land that final trick. I think this is probably going to be the last one from these guys. Leon Binkerbank, double? Triple tail whip, I think that was. Is that a triple? Now Lucas Hooper, the local. Whoa! Is that a double backy with a 3 no hand? I think that's what was in there. And Richard Zelinka just sending it. Oh, that was a transfer. I don't know if you can tell from that angle, but that was a backflip transfer. He went about, I don't know, 6-7 meters to the left. Utilizing this full 12-meter wide landing, and he got as much out of that as he could. And he only just caught enough landing. Well, I thought it was going to be the final. Turns out I was wrong. Turns out these guys are going to have a lot more to say about it. They want to throw down everything. From the Czech Republic, Matty Pekarek. Fronty, I don't know, I'm going to say that was about 5 tail spins, 4 or 5 on a front flip. And landed it absolutely perfectly. He is absolutely pumped. I don't know if you guys can see that on your screen at home, but what I can see in front of me is one very pumped dude. C grab, Indy, was it an Indy anyway? It doesn't matter. Superman C grab from Jimmy Brunt. Sometimes I get a little bit picky when I'm calling these tricks, especially when they're freestyle motocross inspired. And one last rider. Mike Boom returning to action after a long time on the couch. Whoa, nice. He went for another front flip no-hander. We've already seen that from him, but that one, it looked like he tried to get a lot further away from the bike, and you can tell he is just stoked to be back on it. That is the sign of a very happy man to be riding again. It is one of the tougher parts. Oh, hang on. The 2 scooter dudes, they're back. All right, Matty and Richard, both from Czech Republic. They ride together. Nice, 4,000 tail whips and a double backflip. They are laying claim to this rolling. Now it's time for the three captains to make their decision. Libor, Podmol, Maikel, and Mat Rebeaud. Who will they take to join their team for the best trick competition? All right, let's listen in. Let's see what Andy's got to say. All right, so Maikel has chosen the BMX rider Leon Bink to join Team Spain. Mat Rebeaud. All right, well, that was pretty much guaranteed. Mat Rebeaud has chosen the other Swiss rider, Luc Ackermann, to join him. Now it's Libor, Podmol. There's two Czechs out there. Who will he go with?
Okay, also,
all right, so Libor, Podmol choosing Richard Zelinka. That's a tough choice. The two Czech riders on the scooter, they ride together at home. But Richard Zelinka has managed to become the fourth rider as part of the Czech team going into this best trick competition, which will come after. We're about to do the freestyle group 3. It's about to happen right now, and then we'll go straight into the best trick. So the third competition, who have we got? From the Spanish team, Maikel Melero, 5-time world champion. He'll be going up against, from Team Czech, Filip Podmol. And riding for the world team will be the German, the reigning world champion, X Games gold medalist, an all-round gnarly dude who looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was that show that he said? I look at what they... I'm not even going to do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. I forgot what he said. Anyway, Luc Ackermann. Wow, how did I start to get off topic there? That was going to turn really bad if I started throwing out German impersonations or Austrian impersonations. So, for the Spanish team, for the first time tonight, we have not seen him out on the course at all. He has not done the best whip, he has not done synchro. We're going to see everything from Maikel Melero in the second half of the show. This will be his time to shine. And with all the variety in his run, can he finally take down Luc Ackermann? In 2023, Luc just narrowly beat him on one particular occasion. I don't know if it was Munich or Mannheim. One of those events, it was very close. But this time, maybe Malero's got it. Starting off, side saddle. This will be the California roll. Landing it absolutely perfectly. What a way to start his run. Rolling quickly into his second jump. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. Front flip, whoa. It looked like he went to the moon on that. When Maikel hit it, he said he didn't feel like he got the pop. Maybe he had the wrong approach. But man, Maikel Melero made that look good. See, grab the, well, heart attack flip, I'd nearly say. Flip leaves the corner. Fourth jump of the run. We've already seen some huge tricks. The cord over backflip, almost the smallest trick of his run. How is that almost the smallest trick? That nice caught over backflip, arching the back all the way there. One hand Indy, rock solid, getting the combos out. Whoa! Sliding towards the Red Bull truck there in the corner. Maybe getting a little bit too excited because the run's going well with a nice ruler. Straight up and down. Tsunami, ruler, KOD, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go with ruler on that one. And he has just enough time to get this final jump in with a huge ruler flip before his double up trick is about to commence. He has about 25 more seconds to get ready for the double up. What will it be? You know what? It looks like he's not even mucking around. Here we go. It's on the front flip ramp. Front flip, no-hander. And he held that all the way around. Wow. Man. That was a solid run from Melero. Right now, the highest score is 74 from Pignol. I think that will do it. But actually, they actually had a lot of tricks that were similar. Front flip, Cali roll. Here we go. California roll to start the run. Landing it absolutely perfectly. Front flip in the middle of his run. Getting that warm up before he took the hands off. Nice, caught over backflip, arching him back all the way, looking at the landing, spotting it from the start. Good extension as well on the ruler, held it as long as he could. Ruler flip, everything looking on point, and that double up. The no-handed front flip, and he almost even wound the windows up as he was returning to the bars. That was a huge run. Let's wait and see. Are we going to get some points from the judges on that one? $78 points. So only 4 points in front of Mark Pignol. Wow, the points have actually been quite close tonight. They've all been low points, and they've all been reasonably close together. So I'm almost going to say that's quite a good sign in a way, because then that way the judges just aren't throwing out these wild 100s. Let's say 91, 92, 94, and 96. Like, it almost gets pointless. But here, there's actually a lot more room to move, because we know there could be some bigger things coming. Yeah, and right now, from Prague, Czech Republic, the younger of the Podmol brothers, riding on the YZ252 stroke, it is Filip Podmol. And he has already had a hell of a year winning the X-Pilots competition over in Latin America. He went for the double backflip at Night of the Jumps in Berlin, second night. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him there. Will we see him attempt the double flip again here? We'll find out. We've got 90 seconds plus the double up. Huge ruler flip. Trying to hold that one as long as he could. Rolling straight into the 8-meter on the outside. C-grab, Indy, backflip. Super smooth, nice and stylish. Held it as long as he could as well with a fantastic landing. No mistakes there, Shaolin backflip. The first rider I think I've seen all night to do a bar trick. Oh, holy grab. Actually, he did a holy grab with one of his flip levers up. That was almost a bit weird. Heel clicker to Indy backflip. You wouldn't want to just smack your flip levers as you're going through. I don't think he would, but it was quite a weird thing to see that. And a cliffhanger backflip. Now, if you'd watched the intro to this event, Filip actually is suffering an injury himself, a massively corked thigh, and finishes this run with a switchblade backflip. Actually, I don't think he's finished. He's still got 9 seconds on the clock. He wants more. Oh, I thought he wanted more, but he decided that was enough. So now it is time for the double up. So he utilized all 7 tricks perfectly. He decided he didn't need any more. Stick to the game plan. Oh, did you see that movement? It looks like, I'm gonna say, double grab backflip. The movement he just made with his hands, he just nodded to himself on the, Oh, that was close. That was nearly a big mistake. I don't know if you guys realize it, but as he went for that backflip then, he didn't reach back, he stayed on the bars, and he decided to just hold on to the handlebars and not throw it away. You can see he's not happy with that. That could have been either a huge double heart attack backflip or maybe the opposite of a huge crash. Let's listen. Maybe we get an interview with Andy Brevi down in the middle with Filip Podmol. Let's see what they've got to say.
Yeah, it's so good, thank you, but oh my god. I was planning to go for double grab flip, but I don't know, just fucking my legs slip away first. Yeah, I was 3 days now in the physio and my leg is fucked up, and yeah, but sorry guys, but yeah, I'm happy.
Nothing to be sorry about.
All right, picked it like a dirty nose. He went to go for a double grab backflip and decided to abort all halfway through. This is the slow motion replay of his run. That was the rule of flip. C-grab, indie flip, looking good. End of the holy grab. Heel clicker, indie flip, nicely done, landed it smoothly. Cliffhanger backflip, actually quite good extension, better than what I thought from where I was sitting. And that was where he almost went for the double grab flip. He held onto the handlebars. He basically smacked his shoulder against the front fender to get himself back because he wouldn't have had his flip levers up. Filip Podmol, a very lucky boy. Do we have points for his run then? Filip Podmol, 72. So even with the mistake, he ended up with 72 points. Wow, imagine if he landed it. Imagine if Filip had landed that trick. He would be in front of Maikel Melero, possibly. At least he'd be in front of Mat Rebeaud. Wow. Okay, the judges are getting a little bit more generous with their points towards the end of the night. Will that benefit this man right here, Luc Ackermann from Germany? One of the toughest competitors I've ever seen in freestyle motocross. He is so physically strong. He will muscle the bike around to anywhere he wants it to go. He will just send it, especially when it comes down to like 360s or double backflips. Whatever he wants that bike to do, he will make it happen. Might even be a surf and takeoff to Tsunami. I haven't seen that for a little while. Let's see, maybe we might get one this time. Holy grab to open his account. Flip levers up straight away, nodding to himself, coming into the corner. Heel clicker to KOD flip. Huge extension on that one. All right, here we go. We've got Luc coming in on the third jump. This will be the 360. Throwing it all the way around. And rolling straight into the front flip ramp. Here we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Rolling around off of that front flip ramp, sitting between the two 8 meters. Using almost every part of this course so far. Massive ruler flip. Nobody has done that trick bigger all night than Luc Ackermann. He's still got 2 more tricks up his sleeve and 30 seconds on the clock. Heart attack flip. Nicely done. 20 seconds on the clock. He could probably get 2 more tricks in here if he so wishes. Cliffhanger reaching up to the sky. And he's decided, you know what? I don't need 2 more tricks. That was a hell of a run. I think even with what he's just done right now, I don't even think he needs the double up to win. So much energy, so much style, amplitude, and look at the ramp he's about to hit for the double up. Here we go. Double backflip from Luc Ackermann to round out the final rider in the individual competition. And I think with that, no matter what, Luc Ackermann has sealed the deal as the Night of the Jumps individual champion for 2023. Well, it doesn't really matter at this point because he finished his run. Basically, the only way Luc was not going to win the overall this year would be if he ended up in last place and maybe Melero, I think he would have had to get 2nd or 3rd position. But with that run there, even if he's only 2nd or 3rd, no matter what, Luc will win the overall, but I have a funny feeling that run was going to win tonight anyway. Let's see what what he has to say. It's all in German, you're not going to understand. Right, so basically, what Andy Brevi is asking him about today, he was at Nürburgring a couple of hours ago, just like Mat Rebeaud. They finished their Red Bull show. They then jumped on a helicopter and flew in 20 minutes before the show started here. Luc managed to get training. Mat didn't because of a bike problem. Luc had about 10 minutes. And this was the run we saw with only 10 minutes of training. Heel clicker to KOD flip. Huge combo and a massive 360. Looking back at the VIP at the other end of the arena, massive front flip. And finishing the night as the only rider to break into the 80s. 86 points for Luc Ackermann, so that has sealed the deal for Luc Ackermann as the champ for 2023. We still have the team competition. We still have Team Czech, Team Spain, and the world team to work out who will go through from the 5 rounds, who will be the best team of the year. But right now, Luc Ackermann is the overall individual champion for 2023 at Night of the Jumps. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got some points now. Oh, and they disappeared. 386. Hang on, I'm going to have to try and get these points back. Hang on just 2 seconds. 386 to Czech. World team have caught up a little bit. 360. And Spain, 348. Wow. This is going to be close coming into the best trick competition. So we've got Richard Zelinka joining Team Czech Republic, Leon Binkerbank joining the Spanish team, and Lucas Huppert joining the world team. The riders going into this best trick competition will be is Mark Pignol out? Pignol is back out. He will ride. He told me he was not going to ride best trick. He said he was done. He was too sore. But he is sitting out there next to Melero. So Mark Pignol, Maikel Melero, Mat Rebeaud, and Filip Podmol and Harry Bink and Luc Ackermann will throw down for this best trick competition. This is so close right now. I have no idea who will win this, but right now, Czech Republic, 26 points in the lead. But it is very, very possible for the world team to snag the win. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for the Spanish team. They have a lot of work to do. That will be Pignol, Melero, and Leon Binkerbank, who has just, so he was going for the bounce front flip. He missed it on his first attempt. Spain will need him to land his next trick, or that will be a massive blow to their points for this best trick competition. Maybe it would have been better if he decided to put down an easier trick. Wow. Well, Richard Zelinka didn't go for an easy trick. He went for the twister on the scooter, riding for the Czech Republic team. He is from also the Czech Republic. And now the final of the pedal power riders for the, well, not the final. The last rider in this first batch of best tricks will be Lucas Huppert from Switzerland, riding for the world team right now. Whoa! That was massive. So I would say right now Lucas has probably got the upper hand over Richard and definitely over Leon Binkerbank in the pedal power section. Just my thoughts. Let's see what the judges have to say. But now it's time for the first round of best trick from the FMX riders. And I can see our team standing in front of the ramps. Maybe there was an issue, but here we go. Mark Pignol with an Indy to Indy to Indy flip. 3 Indies in one. 3 combos in one backflip. I guess he didn't want to approach that front flip ramp again after what happened in the Synchro competition earlier. And if you didn't see it, he went to go for a front flip beside Pedro Marino, and unfortunately he landed as a full Larry loop out. I'm very surprised to see Pignol back, but he is back. He threw down. Now it's time for Mat Rebeaud from Czech Republic, from Prague. Lazy boy backflip. Good way to start the best trick for a man who has had next to no training. His training was his freestyle run. and some best whips. And now he's used that to throw out at least the lazy boy flip. But Filip Podmol will be the final rider for the Team Czech Republic in the best trick competition. Now it's time for Harry Bink from the world team. Actually, I think Harry has also been in every single competition of the night. So him and Mark Pignol have been the hardest working riders here with a huge heart attack Indy backflip. There you go. I would probably say the world team will be in the lead on that one, but we still have Luc Ackermann coming up, Maikel, Melero, and Filip Podmol. Anything could happen. But before we get to the freestyle, we've got one BMX, one scooter, and one mountain bike rider. I think it's the first time we've had one from each category in a best trick final. Oh, fronty tail. And that may be the sign that Spain probably will not go through, because his points will be forming part of the overall. And if he has crashed both jumps, that means the points will be so much lower for the Spanish team. So this will be difficult. I don't see how Melero can save this one for the Spanish team. Richard Zelinka, double backy, oh! So again, going with the transfer, transferring from the right-hand side of the landing all the way to the left. Throwing in a double backflip along the way. It wasn't the biggest and craziest trick that he's ever done, but I just love seeing a little bit of extra style and trying to use the course as much as possible. For the world team, Lucas Huppert. Chosen by the other Swiss rider, Mat Rebeaud. Whoa! Twister! Wow! The world team will be looking very comfortable now, I think, coming into this best trick competition. It will be only a couple of points, I feel, to break up, I think, the world team and the Czech team. Leading into this, there was 26-point deficit from the world team. Lucas Huppert throwing down. I mean, Richard Zelinka, that was also huge. How do you compare the smallest of the wheels to technically the biggest of the wheels being ridden here this weekend? How do you compare a scooter to a mountain bike? We will find out very shortly. We have 3 more riders left for this competition. We've got Filip Podmol, Maikel Melero, and Luc Ackermann, and right now, Maikel Melero. This will be the last chance for the Spanish team to try and win tonight here in Zurich. And the 5th and final round of competition in 2023, looking at the front flip ramp, here we go. No-handed front flip. Not bad. Landed absolutely perfectly as Melero rolls back around to a cheering crowd here inside the Hallenstadion in Zurich. I was actually wondering if he might have another front flip combo, but it looks like he wanted to clean that one up, get a little bit more extension, and throw it out in the best trick comp. Now it's time for Filip Podmol. His final jump of competition tonight. Heel clicker to Indy. Whoa. Okay, so we saw 3 indies from Mat Rebeaud. From Filip Podmol, we've just seen a heel clicker to a double indie. I don't know if that's harder or not. That was sick to see 3 combos and one of them was completely different. That heel clicker to indie. Wow. And now it's time for our last rider of the night in competition from Germany. Now, the overall individual champion of 2023. It's not official until we have the ceremony, but I can tell you on paper, Luc Ackermann is now the champion at Night of the Jumps for 2023. Can he help put the world team on top with his final jump? This will be the double backflip, landing it absolutely perfectly again inside the Hallenstadion here in Zurich, Switzerland. Thank you very much for watching. This has been an unbelievable competition. I can't wait to see if that was enough from Luc Ackermann and Lukas Huppert. Will they have enough points to beat the Czech team? It will be close. It will be very close. 26 points they had to make up. And I feel like the double backflip over a single backflip combo will be a big draw card. And I feel like Lukas Huppert, was Lucas's twister. I can't remember. What was the first trick from Richard Zelinka? Actually, it might have been a twister as well. Oh, wow. Okay, I would not want to be the judge. A judge. I would not want to be a judge right now because all of the pressure comes down onto them right now. So I think while the judges work out the final points, I'm trying to look up. It looks like they've got their heads buried in their hands. Let's see what the result will be. But before we get there, I think we might have, well, I can hear the word in German, Zugabe, and I learned from Andy, our man in the middle, well, that's the word for encore. So let's see, do we get all the riders back out for one last ride while we wait for the judge's decision? Actually, I can see ice cream getting thrown into the crowd right now. I think I might join them. Hell yeah. I'm all about the ice cream. It's almost like watching an American, I don't know, baseball game. But this time here inside, here in Zurich, it's ice cream getting thrown around. I'm all about that. All right, looks like we're gonna have one final train. Everybody is in. At least everybody that's still got gear on. How many riders have we got? We've got 2, 4, 6, 7 of our freestyle riders. Have we got all of our mountain bike, BMX and scooter riders ready to go as they climb up to the top of this roll? And there's not much room up there to get jam-packed. All right, guys, what did you think of tonight's competition? We already know that Luc is now our 2023 champion. Will he also be part of the world team that becomes the champions overall? Or will the world team fall short and the Czechs take the win? I cannot wait to find out the result. That'll be a couple of minutes away. But here we go. Luc Ackermann, Mat Rebeaud, Maikel Melero, Filip Podmol, Libor Podmol, Harry Bink, and Mat Rebeaud with Mat Rebeaud, Lucas Huppert, Maikel Melero, Matty Pekarek, Leon Binkerbank, Jimmy Brandt, Mikael Riekenberg. We've now got Mike Burns and Richard Zelinka, with Mat Rebeaud flying in the background and Mat Rebeaud. On the way back, Luc Ackermann again, Mat Rebeaud, Indy from Melero, Filip Podmol, Libor Podmol, Harry Bink, and Mark Pignol. Whoa, and we have Pedro Marino joining for the final train. Yeah, buddy. Woo. Yes, sick. Oh, I'm saying way too much on the microphone right now. Yeah, but oh, nearly just smacked Harry in the eyes. Good job, bud. Matty Pekarek there riding past Pedro Marino and Mark Pignol. What a show we've had tonight. Let us know, what was your favorite moment of the night? It doesn't have to be the best trick. That's a simple one. What was your favorite moment? I would love to see it. Was it Richard Zelinka or Matty Pekarek? Maybe the two of them riding together. That was awesome. Was it Mat Rebeaud riding the new Stark bar? Mark Pignol's crash? At least he's up and riding, and he continued for the rest of the night. Or was it that man right there, Pedro Marino, making his debut at Freestyle of Nations? And actually a little bit of history for you guys. Spain and Czech were actually the top two teams at the very first Freestyle of Nations, 2014. In 2014, Spain won with the team of Maikel Melero, and he's still here. Danny Torres, who has been at, I think, 2 or 3 of the events this year so far, unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. And Jose Morales. That was the winning team in 2014, and in second place was Czech with Libor Podmol, who's still here, Martin Koren, and Peter Pillard, who has been at all of the other events, and unfortunately again, Pillard couldn't make it tonight. And in his place, well, we've had actually this year it was Filip Podmol, Mat Rebeaud, and Peter Pillard. And twice, actually, we've had to have Libor step in. The old man has returned. So it looks like the best trick for the pedal power goes to Lucas Huppert. And the best trick in the freestyle motocross category goes to Luc Ackermann, pretty much exactly as what I thought. So that will help the world team in those points to try and take the win overall tonight. But will that be enough? If the world team wins tonight, will it be enough to win the overall over Team Czech? Team Czech have already got 2 wins this year. The world team only has 1. The Spanish team only has 1. So if Luc Ackermann, Lucas Huppert, Mat Rebeaud and Harry Bink win tonight, will it be enough on a points count back to take the win overall from the Czech team? Oh, this is actually going to get exciting. All right, in 3rd place tonight, a little bit of bad luck going the Spanish way with Mark Pignol's crash in the Synchro competition. And Leon Binkerbank not able to land those 2 tricks in the best trick. The Spanish team are taking the bronze medal tonight here in Switzerland. Oh, wow. Wow. In 2nd position, it is the world team. Luc Ackermann, Lucas Huppert, Mat Rebeaud and Harry Bink. I am actually a little bit surprised. I thought they could have made up those 26 points. Oh, so that means the Czech team has won tonight with Libor Podmol, Filip Podmol, Mat Rebeaud, and Richard Zelinka. You know what? I'm going to throw Matti Pekarek's name in there just because he was riding sick as well, and he's from the Czech Republic. Oh. So that means that the Czech team is the overall winner for 2023. I did not expect that. I thought Luc Ackermann and Lucas Huppert had enough points that they could gather in the best trick competition. Maybe it came down to, wow, whoa, there we go. 453 to the Czech team, 445 to the world team. Oh, I could not get much closer than that. Only 8 points the difference. And 397 to the Spanish team. Imagine if Leon Binkerbank had landed those 2 BMX tricks. Imagine if Marc Pignol had not crashed that front flip. They are so close. Wow, we could have been so close to a 3-way tie. So for the overall win, 2023, it is the Czech team with Libor Podmol, Filip Podmol, the Podmol brothers, of course, Mat Rebeaud, and I can see standing on stage, Matti Pekarik and Richard Zelinka. What a win for the Czech team this year. And now, I imagine it will be time for the individual. Oh, look at that, the overall Team Czech, 85 points. The world team 70 and the Spanish team 70, so a dead tie for the world and Spanish teams. Narrowly being beaten by the Czechs. And now I think we have one more ceremony. I think this will be for the individual competition. Looks like it'll be in third position overall for 2023. The bronze medal goes to Filip Podmol. He has ridden so good all year, Mr. Consistent. The only time he had a bobble was when he wanted to really send it in Berlin on the double backflip. And I think that may have been in the best trick competition, not in his run. In second position for 2023, Maikel Melero. The second time now that he has followed Luc Ackermann into second position. The last time was in 2019 when we had the last championship. Obviously 2020, that was a write-off. With COVID, 2021, also pretty much a write-off. And this time, the winner, undefeated in 2023, Luc Ackermann from Germany, the reigning world champion. He is again the world champ here at Night of the Jumps. Two-time champion right now at Night of the Jumps. Maikel Melero with the most championship belts under his name at 5. Remy Bizsois and I think Mat Rebeaud share 3 titles apiece. I'm gonna have to dig a little bit deeper into the record books, but I think then we're down to 2, and that would be Luc Ackermann now. What a win for the German. The overall for 2023, that's what he was gunning for. I don't think he's too stressed that they've missed out on the world. I'm sure he would love to have that as well. But for Luc Ackermann, I think it was all about this individual competition this year. He was pushing for it with 100 points. 86 down to Maikel, Melero, 66 to Filip Podmol, 60 for Mark Pignol. Mat Rebeaud with 50 points, and David Ronaldo, who unfortunately wasn't here tonight, with 48 points in the individual competition throughout this season. What a season we have seen. In 7th position there, Peter Pillar, 33, Danny Torres, 32, Libor Podmol, 21 points, 18 to Kai Haase, 17 to Harry Bink. I missed the last one, that was a shame. Pedro, 8, Pepper Aaron, 7, and Mat Rebeaud, 7. So those last couple of names only had a couple of events under their belt, or one event under their belt. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to run on over. We're going to grab a couple of interviews. So do not go anywhere. Give me about 10 to 15 seconds and I'll grab a few of the riders from tonight's competition, especially that man right there, Luc Ackermann. See you in a couple of seconds. Here we are with the winners, the overall winners of 2023. The Czech team, we've got Libor Podmol, Filip Podmol, Mat Rebeaud, Richard Zelinka, and Matty Pekarak. These guys have thrown down all year, but tonight this was a fantastic victory. Filip, number one. I'm going to talk about this best trick jump because it wasn't really a trick. What happened?
Yeah, I was planning to go for double grab flip. I was practicing that, but I just fucking pull and my legs slip away, and I was holding the handlebars without levers, so I did like kind of tsunami flip, no levers, but I saved it. So I was like, I was happy, but in the end I got good points, so my run probably was good. So I'm happy. I defended third overall, and let's go. But it was nasty.
Hell yeah, man, you held on to it. Imagine if you landed that. Czech would have won by even more points. Mat Rebeaud, you arrived here today on the helicopter. You had zero training. You got towed in by Filip to get a couple of jumps at the start of the show. and you still somehow won best whip, and you threw down an awesome run. What does it feel like tonight to be here?
Yeah, it was a tough day, definitely, but the crowd here was awesome. They give us so much energy, so I enjoyed a lot, and I'm proud of all the boys here. They killed it, all the team, all the Czech team. We won, so we are happy, and yeah, see you next year, guys.
Oh, hell yeah, see you next year.
Say, I have a lot of job with the speed check for Maikel, so the best whip is like 50-50.
I love that. Let's have a chat with the man on the scooter, Richard Zelinka. God damn, that was awesome. I just lost my mind watching you and Matty throwing down. You almost could have put both guys into the Czech team on that, but how did it feel to throw down in front of this Zurich crowd?
Dude, it was amazing. It was like crazy. It was a big arena. I think it was the biggest one we had, right, this year. So it was cool. People were cheering. It was crazy. So it was nice.
Can't wait to see you throw down next year. And Matty, I want to see you on this Czech team for the final round next time. Well, I mean, this time probably should have put him in.
Well, it was a pleasure to be here, and it was awesome. It was awesome, and I gave it all I had. And I really surprised myself with the tricks I landed. And few of them I have never landed before. So it was just straight for the show and straight for... yes, it was just crazy.
I did notice that. I saw you and I could just see your eyes look like dinner plates. Like, man, this kid is loving it right now, especially when you guys did the train. And I will grab Libor for the final words. The old man, one of the gnarliest riders ever in freestyle motocross, and you're still here throwing down like the super can indie flips. Cliffhanger flip was huge. Man, how have you still got so much energy?
Because I'm still young. No, I'm just super stoked. You know, I'm proud of that we have a new generation of the very talented riders from ours. You know, we are a small country, but we are rising the best in freestyle motocross, in scooter, in mountain bike. We very well also. So I'm just proud of my homies, and I'm stoked that we are taking the gold home.
Hell yeah! And I remember you were in the very first Freestyle of Nations competition. Team Czech was second that time behind Spain. This time, you cleaned up, you've beaten the Spanish. Melero was also in that first competition. Does it feel good to finally beat Melero at Freestyle of Nations?
No, of course, no, it's good. It's always good to win. It's always good to win. But yeah, the stoked that this event is happening, and hopefully it's going to continue. Maybe we can come back and ride again.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So that was Team Czech with the overall win for 2023 in the team division. In the individuals, we've got our man beside us right now, undefeated in 2023. The new 2023 champion, Luc Ackermann. Nothing was going to go wrong tonight by the look of that. You had a perfect run. You did not put a foot wrong.
Yeah, you know, it was a tough day today. All in all, it was kind of hard for me. I felt kind of tired in my run, but yeah, you know, the crowd was amazing, and everything worked out really nice, and yeah, did some great tricks, I think, and everything was pretty clean. So I'm super pumped. Won all the stops, and yeah, I'm World 2 champion. Yeah.
Man, I'm going to say, for somebody who sounds so humble right now that you just put together a pretty good run because you were tired, that looked like you had so much energy from where I was sitting. It looked absolutely fantastic. That 360, again, the biggest in the world. How do you do this with not so much sleep under the belt?
You know, I'm kind of a competition rider, and I always love to be here at the night of the jumps, and you know, to throw something big is exactly my thing. Go big or go home is my motto, and that's what I always try and always do, and I always give my best. And I love the Night of the Jumps family. It's just an amazing feeling to be here, and I just want to say thanks to everyone. It's been a great year.
Thank you very much, man. It's been an honor to have you here again. Now 2-time Night of the Jumps champion. Let's see if we can make it 3 next year.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to try the best next year. I'm going to step it up for sure. You know, I've got the front flip on a regular ramp now, and for sure I want to show this at the Night of the Jumps. So make sure you get your tickets, and I want to see you here.
So do I. Definitely, grab your tickets. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to the live stream here at Night of the Jumps. We've had a fantastic season, 5 rounds of absolute gnarliness with all of these guys. I don't even think they want to leave. They want to hang around here just a little bit longer. I'm going to let them go. They've got a lot of autographs to sign, and I think we've got a few more press conferences or videos to do. So thank you very much for tuning in on Facebook and on YouTube. Later on, check out nightofthejumps.com. We'll have the news. We'll be on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere else with all of the highlights. See you again in 2024. Grab your tickets like Luke said.